know, that flamboyant, fun personality that always seems to be the life of the party. Have the right clothes, says entertaining things, and seems so supposedly carefree. Well, things may not be as they seem. Hi, I'm Sophie from Trident Wellbeing, and I help those that are in or have been in abusive relationships. If you like what I have to say, please subscribe and like, as information can be the thing that helps someone struggling to feel less alone, confused and helpless. When we talk about narcissism, we usually are familiar with the stories of overt narcissism. We know that person has to be the centre of attention. We may even admire their confidence, how they display themselves and how carefree they appear in stressful situations, how they don't take on the judgments of others, and they seem bulletproof. Articles show that these personalities actually make successful CEOs and business leaders. They are able to make the difficult work decisions without guilt, lead with confidence, and voice their opinions fearlessly. Even if those are wrong, you will never hear any accountability from them. This is not so different in our personal lives. Who would not be attracted to such effervescent, confident people? It's not to say that everyone that displays such confidence is like that, but it is something to be aware of. In fact, I would go so far as to say that these people are great fun to be around while everything is going well. When they are winning, when they're having their needs met, and their stresses are minimal, you'll probably find that they're extremely even generous. They wine and dine and initiate fun holidays, outings or adventures. It's unusual for someone that has anything going on to display these negative traits. It is, however, when the stresses increase that the true personality will come out and the selfishness become more evident. Maybe things are going wrong at work. I had one lady tell me that when things were more intense at her husband's work, she noticed how he could be very critical at home and literally blamed how he felt on her. And her lack of affection for him was the cause of his misery. It was really hurtful and confusing to her. Quite often he hadn't even voiced that there was a problem at work in the first place, and the more angry he got, the more she pulled away, and that made the lack of affection even a greater reality. When she acknowledged that she felt that the whole blame was on her, later on he found out that work was stressful. There was no apology or acknowledgements for what they had been doing, or that she'd been helping out with extra chores, paying all the bills and keeping things running. It was like it just didn't happen. When the fun man returned, she was so grateful that all the stress that had occurred previously from his blaming and his criticisms and his absent behaviour was all forgotten. Overt narcissism is more easily recognised, however. Often there's a blend of the overt and the covert, and I'll discuss this in more detail next time, as I feel that it needs further elaboration for clarity, as it's something I too have experienced and extremely difficult to identify. So how do you know if you're dating a fun-loving person that's just blessed with confidence and charisma, or a narcissist? Well, this, my friends, can take some time to determine, but the most obvious sign will be a lack of empathy. I tell my clients to simply take their time. You don't need to display every part of your personality in the first few weeks. Even if you are an open person, you probably won't be doing that. It may not be for a while that your partner sees how you are when you're sick, or when you're stressed, or when you're tired. When that lack of adrenaline from the new relationship isn't enough to take away the pressure of a work deadline or the symptoms of the flu. It is in this way that we'll take some time to see also how our new partner responds to these stresses, how they respond to your less attractive side, and how they accept concern and how they show care. Is there kindness, forgiveness and patience? Or are they absent, distracted and have excuses why they can't follow through on plans? Maybe they seem to lose interest. Instead of second guessing and altering your behaviour, try and remain authentic to you and just observe how they're being. Chances are, if you start chasing them, doing more and more, thinking of creative ways to make them happy, that with someone who possesses these narcissistic traits is going to milk those for all they're worth, but they're not really going to reciprocate in your time of need. You may not even receive genuine thanks, and I guarantee that there will be very little remorse for any bad behaviour they've previously displayed. However, if you are behaving in a genuine and authentic manner and not from a fear-based approach, because you're anxious your relationship is changing, then at least you'll be being true to you. I do not think it will impact the narcissist for long, but it will give you insight into what to expect and how comfortable you are with how that relationship is going to be. In a previous vlog, I discussed the traits of a narcissistic personality, and I encourage you to familiarize yourself with them, and knowing them will help you identify them and then respond when you see at a fit time. Look, I don't pass judgment. We've all made decisions that others may not like. But if you give your relationship time, act authentically according to your values, then it will show you what you can expect in return. It is then a choice, and you're free to make that choice and respond appropriately for you. Remember to subscribe and share, as this may be the way to pay it forward to help someone else today. Until next time, I'm sending you much love.